Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt, and this is Son.
Kai.
And this is WWE. This is the Look Back NXT recap. Yes, NXT 2nd of the 10th, 2019, Kai. It went 2 hours on the USA Network now, and not sort of split like it has been for the last couple of weeks. So we had a full 2-hour show now. The first match of the show was the NXT Championship match between Adam Cole and Matt Riddle, and I thought this was a great match. I thought this was a really, really good match to start off. Obviously, they're going up against AEW now, so they have to kind of bring their A game, and I think they kind of did in this match. It was a really good match, really close fought. There's some really good counters as well. Adam Cole did a counter into a backstab, which was really, really impressive. I thought that was really, really good. And I thought that Matt Riddle, at the end, he tried to give everything he could to beat Adam Cole. And at the very, very end, you could see that Matt Riddle was desperate to make Adam Cole tap out to his arm bar. But sadly, that wasn't the case, because Adam Cole beat him with the last shot and retained his title. I like Matt Riddle, but I think he is NXT Championship material, but I don't think it is quite yet. He's nearly there, but not quite yet, so I think they did the right thing here. But there was a big surprise at the end of this match, because somebody returned to NXT. Who made their return, Kai?
Finn Balor.
Yep, Finn Balor came back and said Finn Balor is NXT. So he is now back onto NXT. Had a good run in NXT. I've seen a lot of people on the internet saying he's been demoted to NXT. I don't believe that he's been demoted. I'm in the camp of, I think it's a good thing to have him back on NXT, because to be honest, in the main roster he wasn't really doing anything. He's just been jobbed out to the Fiend. We haven't seen the Demon for a very long time. They don't use that gimmick very much in the main roster. He's only had the Universal title once, which was for one day because he got injured. And he's had the Intercontinental title a couple of times, but he's never really challenged for the top titles. In NXT he can. They can. I don't understand people saying he's been demoted, and that's a bad decision. I don't see it as a bad decision. I see it as a good decision. Anyway, next we had the Velveteen Dream. He had a nice little promo where he basically challenged Roderick Strong for the North American Championship, saying that he needs to step out of the shadow of the Undisputed Era. So yeah, it was a nice little promo. I thought it was really, really good, really stylised to the Velveteen Dream. I thought, yeah, like I say, a really good promo. Then we had Io Shirai versus Mia Yim. Not really much to this match, just that they have, they've been having a little bit of a rivalry lately. Io Shirai won with a moonsault. She got the win, basically, and that's it. Next we had Johnny Gargano versus Shane Thorne. I thought this was a really nice, tidy match. Again, it was a nice Johnny Gargano match. No real build-up or storyline in this match. It's just a normal match to see Johnny Gargano wrestle, and to see Shane Thorne, who I thought was quite a good wrestler as well. Johnny Gargano went and won. Next it was Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. At the beginning of this match, Shayna Baszler was sort of taunting Candice LeRae, but it really was a little bit of a slip-up that really cost Candice LeRae the title. She did a moonsault from the middle rope. She missed it, only to get put into a choke. She tried to fight it off, but in the end she was choked out and had to tap. And I thought, a hard-fought match. She did a hard-fought match here, but at the minute there's nobody to beat Shayna Baszler. She's kind of at the top of the ladder, and there's nobody really below her to beat her. That is what it is. They built her up so strong that nobody can beat her. So we'll see what happens in the future if someone can step out of the shadows to be as dominating as what she is, but at the minute I just don't see it. Then we had Pete Dunne, our favourite Pete Dunne, versus Danny Burch. Again, this one was a nice little match as well. I'd like to say we really do like Pete Dunne. He's one of our favourites, especially in NXT. Danny Burch got a bit of a cut to the eye, didn't he? A bit of blood there. And again, I put a hard impact match. This one was really hard. They're kind of bruiserweight style, both of them. But it was Pete Dunne who got the win, didn't he? So he got a win. Only for somebody to come out of the darkness. It was Damian Priest. Yes, he made his debut and took out Pete Dunne. I sort of heard rumours he was in NXT and that he was coming soon, and he has now come and made an impact. And then we get to the main event, the Street Profits versus Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly of the Undisputed Era for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Obviously, the Street Profits have had the titles before. But the Street Profits are kind of doing bits on Raw, aren't they? They're doing like publicity stuff where they promote matches or pay-per-views and that. But this is a time where they actually got to compete. They actually got to fight for the titles. But basically, the story of this match is that Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, they isolated Montez Ford away from Angelo Dawkins. They kind of kept him away, trying to build up that hot tag for the crowd to go nuts when it actually happened. They did this again last week with the Tyler Breeze, Fandango, and Kushida against Imperium. They did this. They sort of isolated one, built up the hot tag, and the crowd go nuts for it when it happens. And I just think it's a really, they used to do this long time ago in wrestling. You know, I used to see them do this back in the Attitude Era and sort of early 2000s. They used to do this sort of isolation into a hot tag, and they've kind of gone back to doing it. It's like old school wrestling. There was a bit when Angelo Dawkins actually did get into the match, and Montez was kind of trying to shrug off the sort of beating he'd sustained while he was isolated, that they worked on Dawkins' knee. That was a nice little thing. Roderick Strong, who come down, caused the interference. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly retained, and still Undisputed Era's prophecy is being fulfilled. They sort of shoo Adam Cole on the stage as well, coming out to celebrate the win, only for somebody else. There wasn't just one return, there were two returns at the very end. Who was it who returned?
Tommaso Ciampa.
Yep, Tommaso Ciampa came back after being injured for nearly about a year with a neck injury, and basically he wants Goldie back, doesn't he, Kai? Yes, he wants Goldie back, and that was kind of it. They sort of had a stare down, and that was the end of NXT. Very good show. Again, NXT is a very good show. It's better than Raw or SmackDown. But that being said, SmackDown, as we're recording this Friday, is tonight. We'll see what happens with that ladder match, and Sting, I think, is on there, and Hogan and all that. They're all on there, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, NXT put in another solid show. Very good all round. I was very happy as well. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there. So if you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video, which we AEW's Explosive Elite Review. So I'll say goodbye, and say goodbye, Kai.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.